How's it, gang? Aloha from the 808 Crash back with you on a Monday. Hope your week is going well. Topic of this one is going to be you can't win them all. So these are some TTMs and some actual autographs I got in person that did not pass or were inconclusive or whatever the sticker they put on them. Now, these were from the mid 80s. I sent these in TTM. I had some book. I don't remember the name of the book, but it had a bunch of addresses in them. And I think I sent a majority of these to the Major League stadiums. I don't recall if I sent them to home addresses. I just don't remember. I mean, that was what, 37 years ago? So we sent off this Dale Murphy, and he sent it back, and we tried to get it authenticated. Did not pass. Another Dale Murphy did not pass. That's cool. And like I said, these are all TTMs that I sent in the mid 80s, so I have no clue if they're real or not. I'll accept their professional opinion. Ruben Sierra did not pass. Also TTM. Will Clark did not pass. Remember, moral of the story on this one: can't win them all. Kirby Puckett, and I really wanted this one to pass. It did not pass. And it looked legit to me, so I might try it again with a different grading company. And I think we can see on the back the reasons or something. I don't know. So, didn't pass. Next one was a Tim Raines that we sent off back in the mid 80s. Did not pass. Now, these are some TTMs that we sent recently, like within the last 2 years. And I believe that looks legit to me, but it did not pass. George Foster. And then I showed this one off on a recent video, and I kind of forgot about it, and I'm still trying to declutter my stuff. And it's Sarah Palin, and I've got like 6 of these cards, I think. And this one did not pass, so it's definitely not an auto pen, because they all are different, but it did not pass. Now, this is where it gets frustrating. All right, because all of those were TTMs, and you can't verify all those. You hope for the best. However, these, I know for a fact, like 100% fact, I personally handed these to the athletes. I said in a previous video, we used to hang out at the Pro Bowl hotels in 1986, gathering autographs. And I know for a fact that I've handed that card to Chip Banks. He autographed it and he handed it back. It came back as inconclusive, which does not mean it did not pass. They just couldn't determine if it was a real autograph. So I'm probably not going to send that one in again because I know for a fact it's real. And this one, this is an interesting card. Okay, it's an interesting player. It's an interesting story. Dexter Manley. I don't remember where he went to school. I want to say Florida State, maybe Florida. I don't recall. Freaking great player. Like a man among men. He was just a great player. Unfortunately, he graduated from college, and this is documented, so I'm not throwing the guy under the bus. I mean, you can go to YouTube, you can find stories on us on the internet. It's a fact. First off, nicest guy in the world. Gentle giant. Awesome. He graduated, he could not read or write, and that's a fact. So he signed these 2 cards for us. I mean, I handed him these cards, and he signed them. And he signed them MDA. And it's kind of known that he suffered from dyslexia. Again, I'm not throwing the guy under the bus. I thought he's a great guy. I mean, this is well documented. So he signed the card MDA. I can only imagine what that means, but that's how he signed the card. And I know he signed it because I handed it to him, and he handed it back to me. And it came back as inconclusive. So it is what it is. I'm going to try a different grading company because I'm telling you, it's his signature. Unfortunately, his signature now, because he's gotten some great help and he can now read and write and he's a very articulate man, his signature looks completely different. So I could be screwed on this one. And that's the second one that came back as inconclusive. Is what it is. I think it's kind of a personal thing for me. I was like, I know it's real. All right. The last two we got are also cards that I know for a fact I handed to the athlete. And this is Mr. Walter Payton. And it did not pass. So, I mean, Mr. Walter Payton, sweetness, one of the greatest running backs ever, if not arguably the best. He signed these for us at the Ilokai Hotel in Waikiki during the 1986 Pro Bowl. I know for a fact that he signed those cards because I handed it to him, and then he bought me a hot dog, and I thought that was cool. And it did not pass. We have 4 other Walter Paytons that look exactly the same, and they have all been authenticated. However, this one has failed twice, and I'm going to try somewhere else besides Beckett because they just don't like that card. And then the next one is another Walter Payton, and this is the second try on this one as well. And it did not pass for the second time. And this is another of the same ones I know for a fact that he handed it to me after he signed it, and it's authentic. So this is one of those posts on you just can't win them all, and sometimes you take your lumps even though you know it's real, and you just move on to a different grading company. And it sucks when you lose money, but it is what it is. And that's all I got. Mahalo for watching. Crash out.